All right, welcome back, people. Welcome back to MG Sports TV. It is the money time, where the big money, where all of the hard work. This is what you're playing for right through the season. This is what they played so hard for. 6 teams in the finals playoffs, but 4 teams will be taking action first out. This is the Jamaica Premier League. Basically, what everybody wants to see. The beat of the matter, where things happen, where things mean something. This is where it means something. Anyways, big up on yourself, people. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for being here as always. I don't know, massive respect for the support. No, as all the table set up, Arnett Garden versus Portmore. And winner of that will play against. So these are the quarterfinals. These are the quarterfinals matchup. Arnett Garden versus Portmore United. And we have Waterhouse versus Tivoli Garden. And the winner of that game will play against Mount Pleasant. And the winner of Arnett Garden versus Portmore United will play against Cavalier. Now, for me, as you all know, I'm a Portmore United supporter. Yeah. Me never like a Portmore game them because sometimes the games them take too much out of me. it really take a toll upon me mentally and physically. So I don't like the games them. Just like when I watch Arsenal. The games kind of take a physical and mental toll upon me. Because sometimes I don't know if I react, sometimes I make some sudden outbursts. It's just hard. It's just really hard for me. Because when I do a normal match, I make nice. But when time I do a game, it's too much. It's too much for me. Anyways, now, for me personally, I have no problem playing against Arnett Garden. Let me tell you why. We have a good record versus Arnett Garden over the past 2 games. We draw them last game we played at their house, down in the jungle. And if you can go down at the jungle and get a result, you are in a good position. And we drew them 1-1. And the second game, and the first game, my apologies, the first game we defeated them 2-0. Goal from Gio Edley and Shako and Henry. That was over at Ferdinand Park. So where Arnett Garden is concerned, I would say I'm not worried. I'm not worried playing against Arnett Garden because I do believe that as much as though they are a tough team, I do believe that we have a pretty decent record against them so recently. So far we have it's at 13 meetups. Arnett Garden 5 wins. 2 draw, and we have 6 wins out of that. So we still have the edge. Let me see if we can just go in a little bit more details where that is concerned. For the last 5 games we have played, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 5 games, Arnett Garden would have been a bit more dominant because they would have won. No, that's not the case. For the last 5 games, Arnett, it would have been equal. 2 wins Arnett Garden, 2 wins Portmore United, and one draw. So it have been pretty much even. So, but based off of what I've seen this season, I'm not worried playing against Arnett Garden. Get a little break. I think that's good. Coming back, I believe that we are coming back in a really, really good position, and certainly we can come and definitely do something. So I hope. really, really hope that we are strong for this one. Now, the next matchup we have on the card is Waterhouse versus Tivoli. Now, this is an interesting one. Let me tell you, Waterhouse really struggle to find themselves in the top 6, but that's not the whole aspect here. Normally, when you see teams go through this big battle, when you see teams go through these type of battles, it means that it means something to them. It means something to them because at the end of the day, let me tell you this, yeah? Those are the teams who normally fight and beat some of the teams who seems comfortable. Not saying that Tivoli is comfortable, but Tivoli is actually in a good position right now. They have gone through the season, they almost got the second place. All Cavalier had to do was win their game and then win it comprehensively, 6 goals. Yeah. Anyways, but in that game, it's hard to tell. For the Arnett versus Portmore, I would favor Portmore. Not just 1, I'm a Portmore United supporter, but 2 we have gotten the job done over them so far this season. So I would actually go in favor of Portmore. That's just based off statistics. just based off statistics, based off form, Arnett Garden would have been the more informed team between both teams. But based off for the Tivoli versus Waterhouse would have been Tivoli would have been the more informed team. They have scored more goals. They have conceded less goals as well than Waterhouse. So Tivoli would actually been based off statistics, the team who would be favoured to win that one. No, Tivoli only Waterhouse will concede one less than Tivoli. But Tivoli would have been the more favoured team because they have been very, very consistent throughout the season. Extremely consistent throughout the season. So it's a good look. It's a good look. I would say nudge it to Tivoli. I would nudge that one to Tivoli. Going to the semi-finals now. So that would end up to have Portmore United versus Cavalier. Yeah, that's an interesting one. And Tivoli versus Mount Pleasant. Now, that also is an enticing encounter. Now, one thing, when I watched the Mobile game, I realized that Mobile team is a special team. And that Mobile team exploited Tivoli's weakness. They would have exploited Tivoli's weakness. Nonetheless, I'm not going to say it yet. I'm not going to give Mount Pleasant no hope. I say no, only can do this. But Tivoli versus Mount Pleasant. Let me see how that one went throughout the season. Let me have a look at how that went through the season. Tivoli versus Mount Pleasant. Let me have a look at their results. Let's see how those games went. I think Mount Pleasant have gotten the better of them. Yeah, so Mount Pleasant win 1-0. Let me just check that. So Mount Pleasant, this is 1-0. Let me look at the head-to-head. So Mount Pleasant would have definitely gotten the better of Tivoli over the time period still. So over the two legs in this season, Mount Pleasant would have beaten them twice, scoring 3 goals, conceding 0, which is a good look actually for Mount Pleasant. Between the meetings between two teams, would have seen a total of 13 meetings. 9 wins for Mount Pleasant, 2 for Tivoli Garden, and 2 draw. And it's all in favour of Mount Pleasant actually. Mount Pleasant would have won the last 5 games, last 4 or 5 games. Tivoli would have won 1. Mount Pleasant would have won 4. In the 4th, Mount Pleasant would have won. That's 5 goals. That's 3 goals. 6. They have scored 10 goals. Mount Pleasant have scored 10, conceding 2, and Tivoli would have scored 2, conceding 10 in the last 4. Sorry, last 5. My apologies. Mount Pleasant would have scored 11, and Tivoli would have scored 5. So my apologies on that. But it's all in favour of Mount Pleasant. So based off statistics, not form or anything, just based off statistics, I'm going to say Mount Pleasant would have found themselves back into another final in the Jamaica Premier League. And then now we have Cavalier versus Portmore United. Now, this one, for me personally, is an interesting one. Let me tell you why. These are the 2 best defensive units in the league. The 2 best defensive units in the league. And not to say Mount Pleasant concede less goals than both teams, but Mount Pleasant is not necessarily a defensive unit. It's just that they're so good attacking wise, they kind of force you back and then pressure you and make it hard for you. But for me, for me personally, I think that this game is going to be very, very interesting. All right, so let me look at me try to find the schedule, the results between Mount Pleasant and Cavaliers and Arnett. Let me find it. Good. I knew we defeated them this season via penalty, Alex Marshall. So good. So head-to-head, 13 meetings. Yeah, this looks good. 13 meetings, 6 wins for Portmore United, 4 for Cavalier, and 3 draw. Last 5 meetings, Portmore United is a 1 win Portmore, 2 in Portmore. It's actually balanced. Yo. Last 5 meetings between both teams, we have 2 wins Cavalier, 2 win Portmore United, and 1 draw. Goals scored for Portmore, that's 1, 2, 3. 3 goals scored for Portmore, whilst Cavalier would have scored a total of 4. You see that? You see that? So obviously in 5 games, total of 1, 4, 6, 7 goals scored in 5 games. It's a low scoring game. 2 defensive unit, and them similar in some ways. A lot of young players mixed with 1 and 2 senior players. Good coaching staff, good structure. This one is going to be difficult. This one is difficult. And if I should go off statistics, Portmore would have won the last game. Last 3 Portmore would have won 1. Hard to tell, because Portmore win at home, Cavaliers win their game. I think that game played by Cedar Miss. I think it's Cedar Miss. I don't remember where. Hard to tell. You are going because it's so close, because it's basically 50-50. For me, I'm going to say Portmore. That's more of a sentiment thing than anything, because it's very, very hard to really separate them. So I have to go with a little bit of sentiments where that is concerned. And even though I would say probably Cavaliers is probably Cavalier in a better form than Portmore. Let me see here. They're in a better form than Portmore are. I think they're in a better form than Portmore are, actually. So let me see. Yeah, they're in a pretty decent form. I'm going. So maybe if you take away the bias, maybe because of form, you'd have give it to Cavalier. But because the last time we played, Portmore won the game, so I'm going to say, Portmore. I'm going to say Portmore. So it looks like it's going to be a Mount Pleasant Portmore United final. Who are going to win that one there? It's a final, a 1.5 game, yeah? A 1.5 game. I'm going to say Portmore. I want the trophy. Personally, I think that the most ideal thing to happen to Jamaican football is Mount Pleasant to win it for the next 10 years until the other teams them start invest and spend somewhat the money like Mount Pleasant to spend. It's very unfortunate because that won't happen, because not everybody can really fund their team like that in that nature. But that's just how it is. That's just the nature of the game. But nevertheless, I'm going to say Portmore United to win it. Look, it's a good look. It's a good look. Big up on yourself, people. Tell us what you think in the comment section. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. We're out. Boom. God bless.